The sequel to the hit Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has finally launched, and while the review scores are positive all around, gamers have something else to say entirely. Namaskar friends, welcome to Illegal Desi. Let's start. Before we continue, if you like the video, then press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. As always, your feedback is welcome down in the comments below. The plot for Jedi Survivor starts out a few years after Jedi Fallen Order. Cal Kestis is fighting the Galactic Empire with his allies from the previous game when he stumbles upon a way to reach a world that the Empire has not and cannot touch, and sets on a path to reach the planet, and in the process opening up secrets buried by the Jedi Order from centuries ago. The rest of the game makes up for his struggles and challenges. Due to major spoilers, I cannot dive deeper into the plot, but it has been quite an enjoyable and decent story, but nothing spectacular. Now let's talk about the biggest pain points of this game in two parts. First, looking at the graphics. The graphics of this game are gorgeous when they run with sceneries of beautiful worlds, from future urban metropolis to flying through lava and everything in between. That extends to the finer things as well, from its detailed sections to character, enemy design and world design. Not only staying true to the source material of Star Wars, but adding its own inspiration that takes the entire experience to a whole new level. Now let's talk about the performance and probably the biggest letdown of the game. On the Xbox Series X, the game ran with staggering frame rates occasionally. Screen tearing and frame drops was a fairly common issue, be it on performance mode or quality mode. There were times that it was immersion breaking, and that's the most disappointing part of it all. While there are other scenarios where even having multiple enemies on the screen didn't cause a single issue. This can only mean that the game has been poorly optimized and rushed out of the door. The gameplay of Jedi Survivor is exactly identical to Jedi Fallen Order with a few twists. There are fewer planets to explore this time around, however the maps in each place are significantly larger. In terms of enemy variety, there are additional enemies owing to newer planets, most importantly the raiders, whom you will run into quite frequently. Some of the new things that you will get to experience is the lightsaber blaster combo, along with a few additional saber stances, grappling hooks, and riding animals, including what looks like a chocobo from Final Fantasy. Other things that have been brought back from the first game include the meditation point, where you can upgrade your skill tree and fast travel between points, and of course using your lightsaber to slice, dice and crush every single enemy that stands before you, as well as your customization of weapons, BD1 and how you dress, with a new element of how you look. Let's be honest, Respawn have outdone themselves with the way they have set up this game, and EA have outdone themselves by forcing the release of a game that shouldn't have been out for a few more months. The bugs are bad on console, but they are outright atrocious on PC. What makes it terrible is that EA knows this, even acknowledges it, and yet they want your money right now. What I'm more surprised by is that the reviewers have given the terrible performance of the game a pass and given incredibly high scores, and that too after giving The Last of Us Part 1 PC port really low scores for the same issues. So I would suggest that you ignore the scores and ignore this game for a few months to buy it when it's truly ready, hopefully on a big sale too. Anyways guys, that's gonna do it for the video, and I will see you on the next one.